What's up, friends? Welcome to my channel. I'm Lauren LeDuc. Today's video, I'm going to share one of my favorite self-development tools, affirmations. So affirmations, such as the one on my shirt today, are a really great tool to help rewrite the patterns in your brain, to help you bring out the beauty that is inherently already inside of you that maybe you're having trouble seeing just now. I was first introduced to affirmations when I was about 17 years old, and I was hospitalized for about a month to recover from an eating disorder. And when my therapist first introduced them to me, I thought they were really like the lamest thing ever. I wondered what the purpose was of what I perceived as lying to myself over and over. She would say things like, repeat to yourself in the mirror, I love myself. But at the time, that's really not how I felt. I was in this horrible cycle and pattern of self-hatred. Over the years, as I've been introduced to affirmations in different ways, and as I've incorporated a lot of other self-development tools to eventually be more in love with myself and to see myself as I truly am, I've incorporated affirmations as a really important part of my daily practice. So back when I was in recovery, there's a reason why this was so difficult for me and why it has also become a little bit easier, or let's say a lot easier over the years, to use these affirmations. So imagine you're taking a hike in the woods and you have taken this hike thousands and thousands of times. And in this time, you've carved this really clear, open, easy to see path so that whenever you're hiking, you go back onto this path, and that's your clear way of moving. Now imagine that one day you decide to take a different path and you have to start completely fresh and new. And you start maybe trampling the grass, creating some space, but it's a whole lot harder than taking that original path that you're used to taking. With this new path, you have to take it over and over and over again for it to be as easy to use, as wide, as clear, if not more so, than the original path. And that's what's happening in our brains when we have negative thoughts about ourselves and we think them over and over and over and over and over again. It becomes a very clear highway for our thinking. So please don't be discouraged if you're new to affirmations and it's really, really hard at first, because just like that new path in the woods, you're carving out this new space in your brain, and that takes time. So when I'm creating affirmations for myself, I like to create them in a very specific way. So they're never about the future, they're always kept in present tense. So like this one, for instance, says, I am sacred space. That is more useful than saying, I will be sacred space, or I'm going to be sacred space. When you're choosing your first one, I would recommend maybe not choosing like the very hardest thing. Like say your biggest struggle is your body. Maybe saying, I love my body so much is not the best place to start. I mean, if you really want to go for it, and I salute you. But I find that choosing something maybe a little less drastic can be a good way just to get the muscle working and get yourself started. Hey friends, I'm getting ready to teach a class here at Karma Tribe Yoga Midtown, and I just thought of one more thing I wanted to add to this section is that yes, you can actually start going after these kind of big, bad, negative thought patterns or subjects. And the key is to add the words willing. So for instance, if it feels like too much right now to say, I love my body, so you can say, I am willing to love my body. I feel like when you say that, you are letting the universe know that you're willing to step into that positive thought pattern. But it's a really nice intermediary between saying, I'm there, I'm ready, and not being there at all. So I hope that helps. So you'll choose something that makes sense for you. I've had this feeling lately that I just don't have enough time and there's so much I want to do. So I'm going to say, I have all of the time in the world and I trust the timing of my life completely. I recommend when you're using affirmations too, actually have some feeling behind them, that's going to give them a lot more power. So if I'm going to say I have all the time in the world, but I'm like, ugh, I have all the time in the world, yeah, right, that's not really that helpful. So I have to take a moment and almost pretend, imagine how I would feel if I had all the time in the world, and that's the feeling that I want to put behind it. I have all the time in the world, and I trust the timing of my life completely. One of my biggest tips for affirmations is to actually set reminders on your phone and have them go off at certain times in the day. So I'll have them go off at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and so on, so that I have a chance to be reminded of this new pathway that I'm trying to carve. I also recommend Gabby Bernstein's app, Spirit Junkie. It gives you automatic daily affirmations, and you can set reminders on your phone as well so that you can read that several times throughout the day. So a little homework for you. I challenge you to write one affirmation and put it down below in the comments and share it with everyone else who's watching this video. I also welcome you to set this as a reminder in your phone and to practice it for about a week. And then notice how you feel after that week, and to see if maybe that affirmation has set in and feels a little bit more true to you. And that's it for today, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and ding the notification bell if you'd like to be notified whenever I upload a new video weekly. And now is the perfect time to thrive.